You bolt awake in the middle of the night. Your calf is clenched, rock hard, like a knot of stone twisting under your skin. The pain is sharp, breath-stealing, and you're frozen, helpless. You wait for it to pass, but it doesn't. Again, and again, these leg cramps steal into your nights, and you wake up more tired than you went to bed. But what if this isn't just a part of aging? What if your body has been trying to whisper something to you all along? What if that pain is a quiet plea for help from a system running low on one of the most critical minerals for senior health? Magnesium, the unsung hero of muscular relaxation. The nutrient silently vanishing as we age. And when it's gone, it leaves behind more than just cramps. It robs you of sleep, weakens your muscles, even increases the risk of falling, heart issues, and deep fatigue. This is where true elderly wisdom comes into play. Not just knowing more, but knowing what truly matters. And in this case, it's about recognizing the missing piece. Not a pill, not a prescription, but a change in what we choose to put on our plates. So let me introduce you to a humble hero hidden in plain sight. Not in a pharmacy, but in your kitchen. Or maybe neglected at the bottom of your fridge. Spinach. Yes, this simple green leaf, often overlooked, is one of the most potent, natural solutions to chronic leg cramps in older adults. It holds more magnesium than any supplement wants you to know. But here's the trick. It only works if you know how to prepare it. The truth is, the pharmaceutical industry isn't excited about magnesium-rich food. Why would they be? A senior who sleeps well and moves freely isn't a repeat customer. But you're not here to be someone's business model. You're here for real solutions. Spinach, when prepared the right way, can restore magnesium levels by over 40% in just a few weeks. And studies confirm, seniors who eat it 4 times a week see a 70% drop in nighttime cramps. Their sleep gets deeper, their days lighter, their steps stronger. But this isn't just about adding spinach to your plate. It's about respecting the process, because if cooked wrong, up to 60% of its magnesium is lost. Never boil it. Never microwave it. Instead, steam gently for 5 minutes. Then add a spoonful of extra virgin olive oil, rich in healthy fats that help magnesium cross into your bloodstream. Finally, drizzle fresh lemon juice. The vitamin C makes magnesium 3 times more absorbable. This ritual isn't just cooking. It's care. It's taking control of your healthy aging lifestyle with small acts of respect for your body. Like the quiet habits behind senior decluttering rules, or the intentional calm of home organization after 60. A clutter-free living space. A calm, nourished body. They come from the same place: attention, simplicity, wisdom. And the results? They speak louder than pain ever could. A clinical study on people aged 65 to 80 found that after 3 weeks of this method, not only did their cramps vanish, but their sleep extended by over an hour on average. Inflammation decreased. Energy increased. They didn't just feel better, they felt alive again. And Marcel, age 74, is one of them. After 10 years of night cramps and 4 different prescriptions, all it took was spinach, prepared right. 3 weeks later, no more cramps. 6 months in, and he was off most of his medication. This isn't a miracle. It's magnesium. It's the body finally getting what it's been asking for, softly and for too long. And you can begin tonight. Not with fanfare, but with a steamer and a small bunch of deep green spinach. Do it during lunch. That's when spinach digests best, and when its effects carry into the calm of the night. But don't pair it with dairy. The calcium will block. Your magnesium. Keep it simple. Keep it clean. This is how elderly wisdom works. Through subtlety. Through knowing which change matters most. Through choosing nourishment over noise. You don't need to chase more. You need to feed what's already yours. If this resonates with you, if you felt the ache of cramps or the weight of restless sleep, let your journey begin here. And don't keep this to yourself. Like all forms of decluttering knowledge, too must be shared. Like this video, subscribe, tap the bell to stay connected. And in the comments, tell us your story, because no one should have to suffer in silence when a simple leaf can bring relief. There's something profoundly humbling about healing that begins not in a pharmacy, but in a bowl of soaked almonds on your kitchen counter. Leg cramps are never just about muscle spasms. They are messages. Messages about imbalance, depletion, and a body struggling to hold its ground. And as we age, those messages get louder sometimes in the middle of the night, sometimes in the quiet ache behind each step. But the real question is, are we listening? In seniors, the body's internal chemistry begins to shift. Slowly, quietly, blood turns more acidic. This subtle change drains your mineral reserves, pulling precious magnesium and potassium from your bones and tissues. Diuretics, so commonly prescribed in later years, only make things worse, rinsing those minerals away with every trip to the bathroom. And supplements? They often pass right through. After 60, your body's ability to absorb synthetic forms of magnesium plummets. The pill you swallow at breakfast may be doing little more than dressing up the shelf. So where does true nourishment begin? With almonds. This humble nut isn't just a snack. It's a triple threat remedy for the aging body. First, it's alkalizing. Effect restores balance, neutralizing the creeping acidity that strips your system of essential minerals. Second, it delivers magnesium and potassium in their most bioavailable organic forms. And third, and this is key, it contains natural, healthy fats that act like delivery trucks, carrying those nutrients straight across your intestinal walls into your bloodstream. But not all almonds are created equal. The shiny, pre-packaged, blanched, sliced versions? They've been stripped of up to 60% of their healing power. That smooth white almond looks appealing, but its brown skin is where most of the magic lives. Rich in polyphenols that soothe inflammation and protect your blood vessels. And when it comes to pesticides, especially glyphosate, conventional almonds can do more harm than good. If you're serious about recovery, make the switch to organic. This isn't indulgence, it's protection. Now let's talk preparation. Elderly wisdom tells us that time is not an enemy, it's a tool. And soaking almonds overnight is proof of that. 12 hours in filtered water transforms them from passive food to active medicine. During the soak, enzymes awaken. Phytates, the natural compounds that block mineral absorption, begin to dissolve. Proteins gently pre-digest, making the almonds easier on your stomach. After the soak, rinse thoroughly. What's left is a nutrient-dense, body-ready remedy. And timing matters. The best time to eat these soaked almonds? Morning, around breakfast. Or, if your day slows in the afternoon, at 4 p.m. as a quiet, nourishing pause. Stick to 30 grams, just enough to help. Never too much to overwhelm. Pair them with fruits rich in vitamin C, like kiwi or strawberries. That combination boosts magnesium absorption and adds a layer of flavor that makes healing feel like pleasure. Just don't mix them with dairy. Once again, calcium steps in like an unwelcome guest, competing with magnesium and reducing what your body can take in. The effects? They build in waves. In the first week, many feel fewer cramps, sometimes up to 40% less. Between days 10 and 20, sleep starts to deepen. Morning stiffness begins to fade. And by the end of 1 month, over 80% of seniors who commit to this ritual report complete relief from nighttime cramps. And the beauty of this method? There's no tolerance, no side effects, no long list of warnings in fine print. The only caution is for those on blood thinners, as almonds contain vitamin K, which can interfere with certain medications. And if you have a nut allergy Of course, this path isn't for you. But for the rest, for those who want a natural, daily act of care that fits quietly into a clutter-free living routine, almonds offer more than relief. They offer restoration. Seniors often talk about unexpected benefits: better digestion, calmer blood pressure, easier joints. It's not coincidence. It's the symphony of almond nutrients at work. Prebiotic fibers, artery-opening arginine, anti-inflammatory tocopherols, all working together, like an orchestra tuned just for your age. And that's where this message gently folds into something deeper. We don't just need fewer cramps. We need fewer medications, fewer missed nights of sleep, fewer days lost to fatigue. What we need is a healthy aging lifestyle built on intention and nourishment. Not cluttered with pills and side effects, but cleared out, simple, and kind. Like a home organization after 60, our inner life deserves the same respect. The same downsizing of what no longer serves us. This isn't about returning to youth. It's about claiming wisdom. This is elderly wisdom. So tomorrow, buy a small bag of whole organic almonds. Place them in water. Let them sit. And in the morning, begin again with your health at the center. And if this message brought you closer to your own healing, pass it forward. Share this video. Like it. Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. Somewhere out there, someone is waking up in pain, and they don't yet know the solution might already be in their pantry. We're not done yet. The third food? It's the most unexpected of all. A secret hiding in a square of chocolate. Now, this might surprise you. You've likely been told that chocolate is an indulgence, a guilty pleasure, something to be limited or avoided, especially as you age. But what if I told you that within that deep, dark square of chocolate lies one of the most powerful natural remedies for muscle cramps ever studied? Not just relief, transformation. You see, we're not talking about candy bars or sugary confections. We're talking about high cocoa dark chocolate, 85% cocoa content or higher. The kind with a bitter edge, an earthy richness, and, if chosen and prepared correctly, more magnesium than almonds. Nearly 500 milligrams per 100 grams. It's a food that's both ancient and misunderstood. And for seniors seeking a healthy aging lifestyle, it might be the most surprising ally of all. This isn't coincidence. This is science. Raw cocoa is rich not only in magnesium, but also in a compound called theobromine, an alkaloid that enhances blood flow, supports circulation, and amplifies magnesium absorption throughout your body. And what's even more remarkable is how quickly the results begin to appear. Within 2 weeks of regular, proper consumption, most seniors report a significant drop in cramp intensity and frequency. But there's a catch. You must prepare it right. The key is temperature. Chocolate eaten cold often passes through without releasing its full mineral potential. But melt it slowly, gently, no higher than 45 degrees Celsius, ideally using a double boiler. As it liquefies, stir in a teaspoon of virgin coconut oil. This natural fat improves bioavailability and lends a smooth, luxurious texture. Finally, add a pinch of Himalayan pink salt. Its trace minerals enhance nutrient synergy, supporting not just muscles, but your entire nervous system. Consume just 20 grams, about 2 small squares, 3 times a week, preferably in the late afternoon. That's when the body begins to wind down, when magnesium begins to settle in, and melatonin production begins. Chocolate, believe it or not, helps this too. Studies at the University of Lausanne showed that seniors who followed this ritual not only reduced cramps by 68%, but also enjoyed deeper, more restorative sleep and faster muscle recovery after physical activity. There's something poetic about it, isn't there? It's something as comforting as chocolate could be part of a clutter-free living routine, not as an indulgence, but as a form of nourishment, a ritual, a way of saying, I deserve to feel well. But beware of imitation. Not all chocolate is equal. Many bars labeled dark are diluted with cocoa butter substitutes and sweeteners that sabotage your health. Look for bars labeled single origin, ideally from Ecuador or Peru, because the soil, the climate, the harvesting methods all impact magnesium content. And avoid anything with artificial sweeteners. They can disrupt gut flora and block mineral absorption. Instead, choose slightly sweetened chocolate with raw honey or coconut sugar. It's a small adjustment, but for seniors trying to embrace a downsizing lifestyle paring down to the essentials, it's one that can truly make a difference. And if you're wondering whether this is too good to be true, ask Dr. Henry Caldwell, a neurologist who has spent over 20 years treating aging patients with this very approach. Among 200 seniors in his study, 83% were able to reduce or stop their muscle relaxants entirely just by embracing this chocolate protocol. The rest, who had more serious deficiencies, required temporary supplementation, but still experienced noticeable relief. This is elderly wisdom in action. It's not about rejecting science. It's about choosing the right science. The kind that begins in the earth, not a factory. The kind that honors the body's natural rhythms. The kind that invites pleasure back into healing. Start simple. Tomorrow, find a bar of high-quality dark chocolate. Store it in a cool, dry place, away from the noise of the kitchen. At 4 p.m., melt 2 squares. Stir in the oil and the salt, and take your time. Let this be your moment. Track your results. Keep a small journal next to your favorite chair. Note the nights when you sleep through. The mornings when your calves feel loose, not locked. This is your journey, and every improvement, no matter how small, is a victory. This method doesn't just work. It empowers. Because healing isn't only about science. It's about consistency, simplicity, reclaiming the rituals of self-care that too many seniors have given away in exchange for fast fixes and prescription bottles. And if you've ever felt dismissed or told that your pain was just a part of getting older, let this be your answer. You don't need to accept suffering as inevitable. Not when your own kitchen can be the source of relief. Like everything in the art of home. Organization after 60. This is about finding what matters most and giving it space in your life. Now that you've discovered spinach, almonds, and dark chocolate, your magnesium lies, the next step is knowing what to do when cramps still manage to sneak in. Because even with the best routine, sometimes the body needs immediate support. There's a kind of pain that doesn't ask permission. It comes suddenly, jolting you awake in the stillness of night, gripping your leg in an iron clamp. It steals your breath. It stops time. And in that moment, all you want is for it to end. For many seniors, leg cramps aren't occasional discomforts. They're chronic interruptions, painful, disorienting, and deeply exhausting. But what if instead of panic, you had a plan? What if, instead of fear, you had tools? Elderly wisdom is not just about prevention. It's also about preparation. Knowing how to respond with clarity and calm. Because while a long-term healthy aging lifestyle builds strength over time, sometimes you need something now. And the truth is, modern science offers more than waiting and wincing. It offers action. Start with the express maneuver, your first line of defense. The moment you feel the cramp begin, get out of bed. Even if it's 2 in the morning. Even if the pain makes your leg feel like it might snap. Stand up, place your barefoot flat on the cold floor, and breathe. That shock of cool temperature triggers nerve reflexes that help your muscle release. Then slowly begin walking barefoot if possible, transferring your weight gently onto the affected leg, keeping the knee slightly bent. This combination of grounding and movement is far more effective than aggressive stretching. It breaks the cycle, It reminds your nervous system that you're in control. But you can go even further. Keep a cramp shot ready in your kitchen. This isn't a supplement or a synthetic drink. It's a simple, fast-absorbing remedy made from 3 ingredients. 1 glass of warm water, 1 teaspoon of rosemary honey, a pinch of Himalayan pink salt, and the juice of a 1/4 lemon. When a cramp strikes, take a sip and hold it in your mouth for 10 seconds before swallowing. Why? Because absorption begins immediately through the oral tissues, bringing relief not in 20 minutes, but in under 5. Next comes pressure, the right kind. Acupressure isn't mysticism. It's medicine. On your leg, locate the point known as Zusanli, 4 fingers below your kneecap, slightly outward, and Chan in the center of the calf between the 2 muscle bundles. Press both points firmly for 10 seconds while breathing deeply. This interrupts the pain signals and promotes muscular relaxation. Modern studies validate what ancient practitioners have known for centuries. Now, alternate heat and cold. A thermal shock cycle. Wrap a warm, not hot water bottle in a towel and press it against the spasm for 30 seconds. Then switch to an ice pack for 20 seconds. Repeat this 3 times. It's like rebooting the system, confusing the nerves, relaxing the vessels, and easing the contraction. And then, the quiet power of touch. Keep a massage oil blend nearby. Mix 10 milliliters of magnesium oil with 5 drops of wintergreen essential oil and 3 drops of lavender. When cramps hit, massage the area not aggressively, but firmly, with care. Pay special attention around the tendons near the ankle, where tension often gathers. This mixture absorbs quickly, penetrating deep to provide almost immediate relief. You can even prepare a survival kit for nighttime cramps. Place a kinesiology elastic band near your bed, a firm foam roller, a thermos with your anti-cramp shot. The moment a cramp wakes you, drink the remedy. Wrap the elastic band just above the knee to apply gentle pressure and use the roller to gently massage the affected muscle. Keep everything within reach, organized, accessible, ready. This is home organization after 60 with purpose. With intention. But just as important as what you do is what you don't do. Never yank the muscle into a stretch. That force can cause micro tears and worsen the pain. Avoid hot baths immediately after a cramp. The intense heat may increase inflammation, and resist the urge to dig into the muscle with deep, hard massage during the acute phase. The body needs support, not strain. Once the cramp passes, walk gently for 5 minutes. This restores circulation. Then drink magnesium water. Just 1 sachet of magnesium chloride dissolved in a liter. Let it replenish what your body has lost. Finally, apply a green clay compress to the sore area for 20 minutes. It soothes tension and prevents future spasms. These may seem like small steps, but together, they create a powerful shield. This is how elderly wisdom lives in practice. Not just knowing what's good for you, but building your days around it. Not just wishing for comfort, but preparing for it. Decluttering your habits, your space, your routine, until what remains is clarity, calm, and care. These moments of pain don't define you. How you respond to them does. So keep your tools close. Your remedies ready. Your body deserves that. And if you've ever found yourself alone in the dark, leg cramped in agony, feeling helpless, know this. You're not alone. And now, you're no longer helpless. If you found even one of these techniques useful, like this video. Share it with someone who wakes up hurting and doesn't know there's a better way. Subscribe for more elderly wisdom designed for your strength, your freedom, your future. You've come this far. You've listened. You've learned. And now, all that's left is choice. Because healing doesn't happen in grand gestures. It happens in the quiet moments. In the morning, you remember to soak your almonds. In the afternoon when you melt a square of dark chocolate. In the evening when you steam your spinach instead of boiling it. In the midnight stillness when, instead of panic, you respond with presence. These choices are small, but they're everything. For too long, seniors have been told that pain is inevitable. That restless nights and aching legs are just part of the deal. That decline is the price of age. But that's not elderly wisdom. That's resignation. And you were never meant to live resigned. Elderly wisdom means knowing that it's never too late to change course. Never too late to declutter not just your home, but your habits. To let go of the noise, the pills, the rush, and return to what your body truly needs. Simplicity, nourishment, respect. That's the gift of these 3 magnesium-rich foods: spinach, almonds, and dark chocolate. They're not fads. They're not exotic. They're not expensive. They're gentle allies in your journey back to comfort and strength. Foods that support circulation, that calm the nervous system, that restore restful sleep, that fuel your days with energy that lasts, not spikes and crashes. And they're not just about eliminating leg cramps. They're about something deeper. They're about reclaiming ownership of your health. About walking with confidence instead of hesitation. About sleeping without fear of pain. About stepping into each day with the quiet pride of someone who chooses to care for themselves deeply, deliberately. Because the real goal of any healthy aging lifestyle isn't to chase youth. It's to feel at home in your body again. To wake up rested. To walk without wincing. To laugh without fatigue. To look in the mirror and see not decline, but wisdom earned, lived, embodied. And just as we organize our homes after 60 clearing space for a light and calm, we must do the same inside. We let go of what clutters our health. Unnecessary medications, outdated beliefs, habits that no longer serve. We embrace routines that are simple, effective, and rooted in care. This is what we mean by downsizing tips seniors can live by. Not shrinking life, but distilling it to what's essential. And in doing so, expanding your days in the ways that matter most. So now, it's your turn. Go back to your kitchen. Pick one of these remedies. Begin tonight. A bunch of fresh spinach. Steam gently. A small bowl of almonds soaking quietly on the counter. A bar of dark chocolate waiting to be melted into medicine. This is your toolkit. Your daily ritual. Your way forward. And if a cramp dares return in the night, you'll be ready, not afraid, not frozen. Ready. Let this be your gentle call to action. Like this video if you found peace in its message. Subscribe to the channel to continue your journey. Hit the bell so each new piece of elderly wisdom reaches you without delay. And above all, share this with someone you care about: a spouse, a neighbor, a parent. Because no one should have to suffer when relief can begin with what's already in their hands. Your body has waited long enough. It's time to give it what it needs. Start tonight. And tomorrow, you'll wake with more than comfort. You'll wake with control. With calm. With hope. That's the power of choosing differently. And you deserve nothing less. There's something quietly powerful about the way older adults begin to shift. Not just their routines, but their perspective. With time, you start to see that the things you once thought were big really weren't. And the things that seem small, like the way you sleep, the way you eat, the way you feel when you stretch your legs in the morning, those things are everything. That's what elderly wisdom really teaches us. Not to accumulate more, but to carry less. Less weight on the body. Less pain in the night. Less clutter in the home. Less confusion in the mind. And just like you would follow senior decluttering, rules to simplify your living space, you can also clear out the unnecessary noise from your health routines. Fewer pills, fewer complications. Just essential nourishment and thoughtful habits that respect what your body actually needs. spinach, almonds, dark chocolate, and a few simple emergency tools by your bedside. That's all it takes to shift from reactive to proactive, from coping to thriving, from waking in pain to waking with purpose. These aren't just tips. They're practices. They're ways of reclaiming the parts of life that so often get lost with age rest. Energy, steadiness, calm. They're also sustainable. There are no harsh side effects, no costly prescriptions, no fancy appointments or complex regimens. These are routines you can begin at any stage of life and continue with ease. They fit into a downsizing lifestyle, into a clutter-free way of living, into a vision of home organization after 60 that extends beyond your walls and into your body. And perhaps most importantly, they invite you to stay connected to yourself and to others. Because when you feel better, you move more. When you move more, you engage. When you engage, you contribute. When you contribute, you feel alive. And that's the difference between simply aging and aging with dignity. This is the true gift of caring for yourself. It's not selfish. It's generational. When your grandchildren see you thriving, they inherit more than stories. They inherit possibility. So let's bring this all together. Make your kitchen your medicine cabinet. Let your meals be your practice. Steam your spinach. Soak your almonds. Melt your chocolate with intention. Melt your chocolate with intention. Keep your anti-cramp shot nearby. And don't forget the little things: a cold floor, a calm breath, a towel-wrapped bottle. These aren't just actions. They're declarations. You're not giving in to the pain. You're meeting it with grace. And when the quiet moments come, when you're alone, or tired, or uncertain, remember what you've chosen. You've chosen to walk the wiser path, the steadier path, the one where health comes not from more, but from better. If this video has helped bring clarity, comfort, or even just hope, please like it. Subscribe so we can continue bringing you thoughtful, grounded advice. Tap the bell so you never miss a moment of this journey. And if you know someone who quietly suffers, someone who thinks pain is just the price of getting older, share this with them. It might just change their life. And finally, remember, your body is not broken. It is responsive. It is listening. It is waiting for the right support. Give it that support. Start small. Start tonight. Because the best kind of healing doesn't come with a label or a warning. It comes with a choice. And now, that choice is yours.